Good morning, students. In the previous video, we have started the chapter People as a Resource. We have studied the importance of healthy and educated population. So today we will take up economic activities by men and women. On the various bases, activities are divided. Firstly, what are economic activities? Like Vilas and Sakal, people have been engaged in various activities. We saw that Vilas stole fish and Sakal got a job in firm. When we observe around us, so many people are engaged in different kinds of work. These various activities have been classified into three main sectors. So various activities they are divided into three main sectors, that is primary, secondary and tertiary. Primary sector means it involves agriculture, mining, forestry, animal husbandry, etc. I am repeating. Primary sector means that is agriculture, mining, forestry, animal husbandry. Then secondary sector includes manufacturing and construction. All the manufacturing is done in this sector. Tertiary sector, it includes trade, commerce, communication, banking, service, etc. So it provides services. So on the basis of various activity, we have divided the activities into three parts, that is primary, secondary and tertiary. Now economic activities. So the activities in this sector result in the production of that we have studied. These activities are called economic activities. Economic activities had two parts. So these activities, all activities, primary, secondary, tertiary, in one they are known as economic activities. Economic activities are divided into two, market and non-market activities. So market activities are performed for pay or profit, such as teacher, engineer and doctor. So from where you are earning money, that is market activity. Non-market activity, in which what you perform activity for self consumption, such as mother cooks food for the family. This is the example, mother cooks food for the family. And due to some historical and cultural reasons, division of labor is there. We all know that labor is divided. Male, they are supposed to do the outer side work, means they are supposed to earn money, and women, they are supposed to take up the household jobs. So this is also there, that the division of labor between men and women is also there. But certain women, they are also doing jobs, they are also earning for their family also. But all the earnings, what is the basic thing, that is dependent on the education and skill. If whether male whether female, they are educated, they are skilled, that means they will earn money, they will earn good amount of money. A majority of women have meager education and low skill formation. So that's why women are paid low as compared to men. Then various activities relating to legal protection is characterized by irregular and low income. In this sector, there is absence of basic facilities like maternity leave, childcare. So many problems are there for women when they work. So many problems they has to face, that while in certain sectors they are doing, when they are not government sectors, whether they are working in private sectors, there they do not have any kind of leaves, child care, maternity, they do not have these things. So among the organized sectors, teaching and medicine attract them the most. So if we talk about, sectors are two types also again. Firstly, we have divided on the basis of activities, that is primary, secondary, tertiary. Now we divide on the basis of ownership, that is private and public. Public means they are government, private means they are owned by a group or a person. And one more division is also there, organized and unorganized. Organized means आपके पास प्रॉपर जॉब सिक्योरिटी है, you are getting leaves, you are getting all the benefits of your job. And unorganized means you don't get any benefit in your job. So in organized sector, teaching and medicine attracts women the most. Most of the women, they want to join teaching or medicine sector. Now quality of population. So quality of population depends upon the literacy rate, health of a person, indicated by life expectancy and skill. So here we will study about education and health, that what our government has done about our education and health. So firstly, about education. Education is very important input for growth. If education will not be there, then growth is not possible. Education open new horizons and provide new aspiration and develop values of life. Education is so much important. The more you will get educated, the more values are inculcated in you. Vocational streams develop to provide skill based education. Vocational streams are there, you can specialize in them, you can develop your skill and you can directly get job. Investment in education has increased with time. Nowadays people are more aware about the education of their children, so people are more and more people are investing in education. So literacy rates have increased more among males than females, but one disparity is there, that literacy rate of men is more than the literacy rate of women. Literacy rates vary from 94% in Kerala to 62% in Bihar. So the thing is that literacy rate in whole of the country is not the same. In different states, different literacy rate is there. In Kerala, 94% literacy rate we have, and in Bihar we have 62% literacy rate. Now for education, 10th 5 year plan. In 10th 5 year plan, so many things have been introduced. Endeavor to increase enrollment in education. In so enrollment increase करने के लिए so many things have done, that number of student who has enrolled in the schools, colleges must be increased. Increase investment in higher education for 18 to 23 years to 15% by 2011-12. 2011-12 से 11% इंक्रीज़ किया है हायर एजुकेशन की इन्वेस्टमेंट में. Distant education, non-formal, distant and IT educational institutes are also established. So if people are working, they also can get education. Plans to increase the enrollment in higher education. So in the higher education also, number of students should be increased. For that, so many plans are being made. Plan outlay on education has increased from rupees 151 crores to rupees 37 uh, rupees 3766.90 crores. So budget has also been increased for more and more investment in education. Now health also, one sector is there or one plan is there that has been taken up and is very important. So steps for education, steps are taken up. These are the plans we are studying, these are the budgets we are studying, but concrete steps are also there. Those steps are Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan and midday meal. Very important. Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan, it is a significant step towards providing elementary education to all children in age group of 16 to 14 years by 2010. By 2010, under Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan, all the children of a country, age group 6 to 14, they must be enrolled in the school. They will have free and compulsory education. And one more thing is midday meal scheme. It has been implemented to encourage attendance and retention of children and improve their nutritional status. Midday meal scheme has also introduced so that बच्चे खाना खाने के लिए ही स्कूल आ जाएं. राइट, पीपल आर सो पुअर कि वो उनको खाने के लिए स्कूल भेज दें, दैट वंस वन टाइम मील दे विल गेट, इवन टू इंक्रीज देयर न्यूट्रिशनल वैल्यू, टू रिटेन देम इन स्कूल ओनली. That's why this midday meal scheme was introduced. So this is very important, midday meal scheme and Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan. And 10th 5 year plan is not that much important, but you will study, maybe sometime question can come. And we have studied the features of education, that what education does positively in the development of a country. So students, this is the thing these are the things we will study today, and in the next video we will take up health and unemployment, we will take up and impact of unemployment and employment structure. these things we are going to take up. So I hope you will revise the chapter thoroughly, because revision is very important. If you will revise the chapter, it will become easier for you to understand it. And these are very interesting and very easy chapters. Thank you students, have a nice day.